say by and large in the smooth bonus industry, we've almost come to a place of consensus as to what benefit events are covered. And those would typically be disability, death, retrenchment, retirement, and resignation. Those are the typical events you'd see. Similarly, within the retirement bucket, we could also put living annuity drawdowns. So when someone is drawing for income in retirement. Those are the typical benefits covered. But what's important to note is that there are some slight nuances in the smooth bonus space, especially for smaller providers, because they do need to take account for some of the risks they might be facing, which wouldn't necessarily be a risk that is faced by a larger, more diverse provider. So that particular benefit event to consider is retrenchments. So while there's typical consensus around the other guaranteed events, retrenchments on its own is not always covered in totality. Generally, retrenchments are covered up to a limit when it comes to the smooth bonus space, but some providers actually limit the amount of retrenchments that cover, and specifically state that on mass retrenchments, they might not pay the full benefit book value. So what could be referred to as total account value, investment account value, but commonly referred to as book value or smooth value in some instances in the retail space. What that ultimately means is that a retrenchment event is often aligned with a time of market distress. If you are essentially having to let someone go at a time of economic distress, they probably find themselves in a tough position. And now that that member is exiting the portfolio and may now need that money, they're actually experiencing a market value adjuster, potentially at that point in time, which is really not opportune for a member invested in this portfolio at that point in time. We have no such restrictions because we are a large provider who's able to essentially stomach different industries being at different phases in an economic cycle. So while you might be in the financial industry doing okay, the more commodities-based industries might be struggling. At that point in time, you essentially have that cross-subsidization being very effective. When you have a very small book with one or two clients on it, having a mass retrenchment event could be detrimental to that book. And that is why they institute that limitation, but at the same time, it has a very real impact on members at the end of the day if they have to action the right to not fully cover mass retrenchments. So that is probably the big one to watch out for in the smooth bonus space, because it can be very detrimental to member outcomes.